What's going on? It's my turn. How long you been back in the States, man? Timothy Boyd, you already know, bruh. Man, I'm just sitting here on Beach Road. I left the gym. Usually I go to Hole in One. They open at 7. But I was coming down Beach Road. I seen this dude sitting up here by this Cafe Amazon. I didn't think they opened till like 7:30 or 8, but they was open, so grab me a cup of coffee. I'm just sitting here chilling. Y'all gotta let me know if y'all can hear that, because I got the mics hooked up. This is the first time I ever done a live, so I don't know if the mics is coming through, if y'all hearing feedback or what. If it's a problem, let me know in the chat. Oh, okay. It's my turn. Sorry to hear that, brother. Swaddy Cop. Yeah, man, it's my first time I've gone live. Good morning, Mr. Madison. This is I think this is a hotel back here, and then there's a restaurant and a little bar or whatever. Got a cafe back here. I think this is their seating, but they don't seem to care that people from Cafe Amazon sit here. Steve C. I'm sitting here chilling, bro. That's what I'm doing. Dealing with these freaking flies. 9,000 of them. That's why I don't like to sit outside most of the time, man. It's too many flies. Slide from Vegas. Slide from Vegas. Have you ever ordered shirts from me? I only asked that because I remember somebody from Vegas ordered shirts twice. I thought that was you. Did you ever get your, if I'm not mistaken, man, I sent you a nylon bag and some stickers. I don't know if you ever got them or not. It's humid. What's this over here? I don't know. She might be an oldie but a goodie. Nah, man, I never got the thank you card. These I don't know. I never have an issue getting packages, but for some reason, regular envelopes seem to be an issue. Spent time in Roanoke when you worked for Norfolk Southern. Okay. Coming to, I'm assuming you mean coming to Thailand. Let's see. No, I would say November. November. I say November, but I'm just trying to think about like high season, low season. If I'm not mistaken, high season starts in April. And I think low season starts around October, November. But are the flights cheaper? I don't know offhand, bro. You'd have to check. How do you? Thailand in December. Yeah, I enjoyed it. And here in Pattaya, the humidity was a little bit lower. And then when I went to Chiang Mai, it was really nice. That was toward the end of December when I went to Chiang Mai. Wait, when was that? December. Man, I can't even remember. Yeah. I went the first part of November. Yeah, because I went to Udon Thani the end of November. Yes, sir. Chiang Mai is cooler because it's in the north, yeah. But that time of year too, the temps was lower. Yes, sir. Trying to ride more. Y'all know me, bro, man. My problem is not riding or going to the gym. My problem is shoving cheesecake and brownies and donuts and all the BS in my mouth, bro. That's my problem. Like you can't outwork a bad diet. I have my days, man. I go like 3-4 days in a row where I do real good. You know, no sugar, keep my carbs low. And then I have a day where I'm just like, F it, and go ham. I need to stop doing that. But trying to get back on the program today, so I went to the gym. Got a gastric sleeve, changed my life. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a friend years ago did that. Steve C, yeah. Cycling offsets it. Yeah, I've been trying to concentrate on longer rides at a slower pace to build my endurance. Even like pro cyclists, man, their split is usually like 80-20. 80% of their rides are fairly easy, 20% hard. People think when you go out, you're just supposed to hammer all the time, and really that's the fastest way to burn out, plateau, injure yourself. So I've been trying to do longer rides. I got another race coming up in March. It's like 2 weeks from now. The last race that I was supposed to, I'm supposed to put out a video about that, but I don't know if I ever get around to it. I'll just tell y'all. I got a hotel room down in Rayon because the ride started at like 7 in the morning. and it's the venue is about an hour and 15 minutes from here on my motorbike. So Thomas and Jack, they took my bicycle on their truck. So I went down there early Saturday. Not early, but I left here early. I got down there in the afternoon. Yeah, Rob S, that's what I'm telling y'all about, man. I got down there to the hotel, checked in, and then I went to the venue to pick up my race packet. And when you get there, they got this big board, and it's got everybody's name on it. It shows who's doing the 110 or 101 kilometer and who's doing the 67 kilometer. And I'm looking at the board, I don't see my name. I'm like, the fuck? So I kind of immediately thought, man, don't tell me that I didn't register for this freaking race, bro. So I look on my phone, I log into my account on the website where you register, and it'll show you which event you've registered for. And sure enough, I didn't register for that race. So I walked over to the counter. I was like, hey, can I register right now? The girl's like, she's shaking her head, yeah. She took my ID. She's punching in stuff on the computer. She's like, is this the name you registered under? I was like, I didn't register. Can I register now? She's like, oh, yeah. And she hands my ID to the girl next to her. And that girl starts punching in stuff. And she's like, is this the name that you registered under? I didn't register. I'm trying to register now. She's like, oh, no, you can't. Might die. You can't. So long story short, I didn't even do that race because I was so freaking mad that I just went back to the room, grabbed my shit, and left. Now, actually, before I left the venue, I thought to myself, you know, Ben was supposed to do that race also, and he couldn't go because there was something wrong with his seat post. His seat kept sliding down, and he was trying to get it fixed and couldn't, so he didn't race. I thought, okay, I could just use his bib number and race. Well, when I looked at that board, his name wasn't up there either, and I thought, well, I guess he didn't register either, so I didn't even bother walking over to the counter. Well, then Sunday, when they posted all the times, at the bottom, it showed Ben Shaw did not start, and I thought, well, shit, I should have called him, and because if I would have had a copy of his ID, they would have gave me his bib. But then the other thing was, there was like probably 15 or 20 people that didn't start. So I was like, shit, y'all could have let me ride. And then all my friends, once they found out, they said the same thing. They was like, dude, it was a bunch of people that didn't register and they still rode. And I was like, well, I didn't know. I know for next time. So Mr. Steve, I forget who you was that asked that question, how my race was in Rayon. I didn't ride it. But I got another one coming up in Sayok, which is a little bit west of Kanchanaburi. It's on March the 2nd. So, been doing some training for that. I think it's 100K with 1,000 meters of climb. It's about 3,000 feet of climbing over 60 miles. Be another tough ride. How are things going with the school? School's open, man. It's been open since August. You know, if I'm keeping it a buck with you, it's not going as well as I hoped it would, as well as we thought it would. When we looked at, you know, numbers prior to building the school. And it's not anything on my end. It's not anything on their end. It's Thailand. You know, right before we opened the school, Thailand put out that thing where it was like you can come in on a 60-day stamp. You don't have to get a visa. You just fly in and bam, 60 days. So we had a bunch of clients that were waiting. They wasn't signing with other schools because they was like, we want to sign with y'all because y'all got to bring the school. And when Thailand came out with that new rule, basically people were like, we don't need the student visa anymore. We'll just come over and get the 60-day stamp. So kind of mess with the revenue a little bit, but all you can do is adjust. So you got the DTV visa now, so you know we do those. She started doing more long-term and retirement visas, but I don't know how you pronounce your name. Thank you very much for the super chat. My goodness. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, the school is still up. It's still running. And the visa service is still up, still running. So, you know, of course I'm going to promote the business just because I'm invested in it. But I always tell people, you know, Aaron, for instance, you know, Aaron, I told him, you know, I was like, dude, you don't feel like you have to go there just because you know me and hey man, you do you live your life. You're an adult. You make your own choices. So I say that because I've had people tell me I'm not transparent. I'm like, I feel like if I wouldn't have told people that I'm invested in that business, but then was trying to push people to go over there, that would have been non-transparent, you know. This I'm getting used to this, man. I told y'all this is my first live, so I'm seeing the chat pop up and then it's disappearing before I can read half of it. I don't know if there's something that'll make that stay up there all the time or what. Maybe this. Let's see. Top chat, live chat. Oh man, here we go. There we go. Agakin? I don't know how to pronounce that, man. Agikin. And I'm also half blind, so I can't tell if it's Agilkin or Agikin. Agilkin, okay. Agilkin. Or agile. Alton Moore, what's going on? Ricky T, what's going on, partner? Man, I'm telling y'all, these freaking flies, man. This is ridiculous. Then they got these things falling from the tree. I don't know what this is. What is that? You see it fall off my head. I don't know what these things is. I'm from VA. Roanoke, VA, aka Star City. They call it Star City because on top of Mill Mountain there is the largest man-made, steel erected, illuminated star, I believe, in the world. You would settle in, feel like you were comfortable. About a year, honestly. So I came here for 3.5 months back in 2022. I was here from July to October. Then I went home for about 3 months. Then I came back over here. That first year, 2023, I still felt like I was ripping and running all over the place. Like I wasn't partying, but I still spent way too much money. Way too much money. But now I moved to a different condo and I'm closer to a market, and now I'm settled in, and I spend way less money now. So I think that plays a big part in it. Putting yourself in a position where you have easy access to the markets or going where the Thais eat if you don't cook for yourself. And on that, I actually just went to Lotus yesterday and bought myself another pan to start cooking for myself. Because I was like, man, I keep going to these places and I'm buying eggs and sausage. I could cook that myself. You know, you get 10 eggs from the market for like 50 baht. And oh, she was hella cute. You get eggs for about 50 baht, and then you get 2 big chicken breasts for about 50 baht. You're gonna stay in Thailand permanently? I don't know. I really don't know. Will I go back to the States? Maybe. I seen that one pop up. Somebody said something else after that. Where'd it go? What would you do differently looking back? I would have bought my motorbike sooner. Thank you, Mr. Moore. I would have bought my motorbike sooner. And I probably would have went ahead and spent just a little bit more money on my first condo. Like, despite the place I was at was nice, I liked it, but it was a little bit too small. And then the hotel fridge, that small little itty bitty hotel fridge, where it's not really a freezer, so I had to go to 7-Eleven and get ice every day. I know that might sound like a small thing, but when you leave the house, it always presents another opportunity to spend money. So I was like, well, I'm already gonna be out, so I might as well go to blah 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 or do this or do that, you know. And I end up spending money and then get ice and then go back to the house. But now my condo is a little bit bigger. My refrigerator is bigger. I have an actual spot it has an actual freezer, you know, so I can go down to 7, buy 2 bags of ice, and those 2 bags will last me all week. Plus, where my condo is, I'm really, really close to Rompo Market. So either I go to the gym or I ride my bike. And on the way home, I can stop at Rompo and get my vegetables. I can get, you know, raw meat if I need to, fruit, whatever. Glad to catch the live. I don't know how to make these comments stay up on the screen. They're showing up and then they're disappearing. And I done tried to fix this setting and it's not doing nothing. So y'all will have to bear with me until okay. Glad to catch this live. On average, how much per month is dating expense? Say if you require about 2 dates per week. I'm the wrong person to answer that, man, because I don't date. I mean, y'all probably can tell that by my content here lately. Like, I don't have a lot of females in my vids anymore because I don't go out like that. And then it really just depends on you. Like, what type of dates are you talking about? I guess I could speak in generalities. If you're just trying to take a chick out for coffee, that's not gonna cost much. Even if you go to a nice cafe, your coffee's probably gonna be between 100 and 120 baht. So call it 2 to 250 for your coffee. And then, you know, if you get a pastry or something like that, you might have to add a little bit. And then you gotta also factor in your transportation. If you don't have a motorbike, you know, how much is your Bolt taxi, or are you taking the bot? But there's a lot of variables to it. So if you spent 1,000 baht for 2 people on a date, that's if you were to budget that, it would be more than enough. As long as you're not taking her to, you know, Sky Gallery or what is it, Three Mermaids or something like that. But even I've done that, and it still be barely over 1,000. So close to 30 bucks. You know, it's y'all hear me say stuff like, don't allow outside voices to dictate how you move. You live life your way. I don't say that, you know, trying to talk shit. I say it just because there's so many variables to everything. And what I might like to do is different for somebody else, you know? So you have to factor in what you like and go from there. Somebody just asked me what's a better spot, Koh Samui or something. If anybody knows how to keep these chats up on here, tell me so I can do it, because I can't figure it out. I hope I answered your question about the dates. You know, coffee dates are going to be cheap. Lunch dates, if you eat Thai food, are going to be cheap. It's where when you go to the Western spots, it's where it's going to be a little bit more expensive. You know, or hey, I'll give you this. When I did randomness episode 6, and I told y'all I had a little shorty with me that I met at the gym, Ying, Ying, I think was her name. So we left the gym, we went to Starbucks. I had coffee, she had coffee. I think that was like 300 baht. Then we went to Koh Larn, and I probably put it in the video how much all that stuff was. I think it was 4 or 5, maybe 500 or 600, something like that. I can't honestly remember. And then we went to dinner that evening, and that was like another 1,000. So, okay, Koh Samui, since you kept going back, Jomtien or Pattaya. Oh, which one would I prefer to live? Jomtien. I would say Jomtien. If again, it's up to you. It's not, you know, if you don't have a problem being right here in the middle of everything with the hustle and bustle, then live in Pattaya, live right here in Pattaya Central. You know, the benefit of living right in Central is you can basically walk everywhere. And if you don't want to walk, you can just jump on a bot bus, 10 baht, bam. You know, I did that my first trip here when I stayed on Soy 15 at the Travel Lodge. I walked and took the bot bus pretty much everywhere. The only time I needed a motorbike taxi is if I went up to like Tepasit Road to the market. But if you have, man, this ain't gonna zoom. She thick as a mug though. She was sexy. Yeah, I would say Jomtien for me. Just cause I kind of like being by myself, man. So, plus I have my motorbike. So if I want to come back, I'll just jump on the motorbike and roll. Shelby, what up, partner? Shelby be moving, boy. Daryl Miles, love the content. Straight shirts fire. Catch you at Rompo. Hey man, appreciate the super chat. Thank you, sir. Hold on, I'm trying to finish that other question somebody asked me about. What do I prefer? Koh Samui, I wouldn't live there. The main reason I wouldn't live in Koh Samui, and again, this goes back to it's up to you and your life and your preferences and your standard of living and all that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't live in Koh Samui because I don't really see it being a really good cycling scene. The 3 times I went, I didn't see any cyclists. And the reason is a lot of their roads is super steep, you know? And I'm not really trying to do that. Yeah, I kept going. I didn't have my bike then. I didn't have my bike. I was just going back. Look, man, them first 3.5 months that I was here, I came to Thailand to live my life and have fun. Live it with no inhibition. You know what I'm saying? My bro back home, Rob, he'll tell you. I had X amount of dollars. I came over here, I was like, fuck it. And I didn't care. Like, there was times when I would be sitting in the room and I'd be like, fuck it. And I'd just jump on the computer and book a flight and blast to Phuket or go to Koh Samui or jump on a bus and go to Bangkok. I was just living my life, man. So just having fun. Oh my goodness gracious. We're going to have to end this live now that this brat done entered the chat. Lord Jesus. Somebody get her out of here. Troublemaker. I want to see the beach all the time. Yeah. But hey, man, Koh Samui is more expensive too than Pattaya. Now, if you're talking about the cleanliness of the beaches, then yeah, go to Koh Samui or Phuket. Or if you want to stay closer to Pattaya, go south, you know, to like Rayong, Satahip, maybe even Bang San. You go to Bang San. I can't remember, but if Bang San is it's Bang San and Bang Sarai. I think Bang San is north and Bang Sarai is south. I think. I honestly wouldn't recommend Pattaya Central if you want to get in the water. I wouldn't recommend Pattaya Central. I seen somebody say something else about crossing paths with other YouTubers like CMT. No, I've never met CMT. The only YouTuber I've really run across here, big name, is Chocolate Man. I've run into him multiple times. He's cool. He's a cool dude, man. He's a cool dude. I think he's just one of them guys that's out here living his life, enjoying himself, you know. How do you feel about Koh Samet? I feel that I want to go because I've never been. And I hear that it's nice as hell. There's another island called Koh Kood that's close to Koh Samet. I heard it's nice as hell too. I'd like to go. There's another one you'd have to go. Gotta go to like Surat Thani side, if I'm not mistaken. It's called Koh Lik Bay. I don't know. Koh Kood is near Koh Chang, bro. Yeah. That's not near Koh Samet? They not all kind of close together? Or no? I don't know. Hua Hin. Yes, I've been to Hua Hin once. And, I'm not a huge beach person, so I didn't go to the beach. But I hear it's nice down there. Good travels. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Philippines, yes, I think it's spending at least 9 months out of here. Koh Samet is close to Pattaya. Koh Chong is about 5 hours. I couldn't see that. It disappeared too fast. Well, wherever it's at, yes, I wanted to go to Koh Samet. Never been. Koh Samet and Koh Kood. Those are two I want to go. Yeah, I can, but like I can do it now. Hold on a second. Koh Samet is close to Pattaya. Koh Chong is about 5 hours away. Absolutely stunning and work. Yeah, I've been to Koh Chong. Steve, yeah, I can put my finger on the screen and control the scroll. What I'm saying is, if I don't catch it fast enough, the whole chat just disappears. Oh, I see what you're saying. Just tap it and it comes back. I got you. Let's see. Hold up. Yeah. I didn't know. I told you, man, it's the first time I did it. I don't know. How's Aaron getting on? Aaron's doing well, as far as I know. He took a little motorbike trip last week, I think. He was only gone for a couple days. I think he's back. Not positive, but I think so. Songkran this year. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I've done it 2 years in a row, so I don't know if I'm going to do it again this year. I don't know. I enjoy it, but well, let's see. The first time I did it, yeah, I was out as much as I possibly could because it was my first time doing it. Plus, I was trying to get a lot of footage for y'all. The second time, when he was here, honestly, if he hadn't been here, I probably would have only went out one day. But because he was here, I went out a little bit more. When you're here, 7 days of them throwing water, man, it gets old. It gets old. Like, it was one night, I'm gonna travel, get my scooter and go coffee shops. Yeah, man, that's one of my biggest things is the coffee shops. But the Songkran, man, like last year, there was one day where if I'm not mistaken, it was the day he got his phone stolen. And yeah, it was the day he got his phone stolen because I had to bring my phone to him so that he could call his sister. Now, I had taken a shower, I'm dry. Okay, I got to his condo, he used my phone. And on my way back, his condo and my condo are like right, they're in walking distance of each other. So when I'm walking from his condo back to mine, there was kids outside of the tops. And they was throwing water on people that was walking by. And it's like, man, enough's enough already, bro. It was late. It was later in the evening, But I try not to get upset about it because I understand this is what they do, You got some people that come out right in the middle of the day and then they'll walk down a soy. They see the road is soaking wet, so it's obviously they're playing water. And people walk down there, they get wet, then they get mad. That I don't understand, but whatever. And yeah, the coffee shops, you will find a billion of them here in Thailand. They're everywhere. So I just I got a bunch of them marked on my phone that I still haven't been to yet. There's a bunch in Bangkok that I haven't been to yet. But I enjoy it. Yeah. There's a spot on, I guess that's Pattaya. I believe that would be Pattaya Road in Jomtien. It's called, man, I hate to tell you the wrong name. Expat car rent. It's in, that place is in a couple of my videos that I rent from. I've rented from them multiple times. They always have nice vehicles, and pretty decent rates. And I've never had to worry about, you bring the car back and they're, oh, you left this scratch, or you did this or that. Oh, we're keeping your deposit. Like they ain't on that. But it sits right there at the light. When you come down Pattaya Road, headed toward Jomtien, you come to the light at Tepasit. If you look to your right, it's a car rental place right there. You can book online, or you can go in, look at the vehicles if they have, they're not, the car that you want might be rented out, so it won't be there. But what I'm saying is, you might see the vehicle that you want. You can take a peek at it, whatever, and then reserve it while you're there. Or like I said, you can do it online. But I found that their rates are really reasonable. I think I rented one when I did Udon Thani. I went to Udon Thani, and then I went to Chiang Mai, and then came back. And I think I had that car for 13 or 14 days. I think I had it 14 days, and it was like 300 and it was less than 350. It was less than 350. And then they'll rent by the month too. You can rent by the day, you can rent by the week, or you can rent by the month. Eggs in California is $10.99 a dozen. Yeah, I bought 10 eggs yesterday for 55 baht. So that's what, $1.75, something like that. $1.80. Probably about $1.80. Sorry, like $1.60 maybe. Jomtien, good to retire as a cyclist, lots of routes. Yeah, I don't ride from Jomtien. I leave my bike at Cycle Hub in Lake Maprashan, and we ride from there. But when I first started cycling here, I did ride with a group that rides from Jomtien. But most of the routes, the good routes, they're outside of they take you outside of the city. Down to Rayong, down to Satahip. That's usually the direction you're gonna go. Then once you learn the routes, once you learn the main routes, you'll start to realize that how all of them kind of connect together. So you can turn a 50K ride into a 100K ride if you want it, or vice versa. You might think you're going out for a long ride and decide to cut it short and come back. The roads are pretty decent. There's a guy that just started riding with us last week, and he's a pro. He races in Spain, and he said when he was coming here, a lot of his friends were telling him, "You're not going to be able to ride a bike there. You're only going to be able to ride on gravel and blah." It's like, no, man, the roads are fine. Yeah, man. No problem. If you go to, as far as the car rental is concerned, there's a video I did on Raffle Women's 100. I did 2 videos about the Raffle Women's 100. On the second one, the second video, you'll see that car rental place in there. And then there was one more vid, I believe. When I was going to Udon Thani. You'll see that car rental place in there. Yeah, man, I don't ride my bicycle down Soy Pothole. I don't ride in Pattaya Central. It's too much traffic. Man on the moon. Thank you, sir. First time. Should I stay 2 or 3 weeks? I'm not trying to see everything my first time. It's kind of up to you, Steve. I don't know. It really kind of just depends on how much you trying to move around. You know, I think 2 weeks on your first trip is probably decent, but depending on how much you want to move around, 3 weeks is good too. If you want to spend a little bit of time in Bangkok, and then like I say, man, this is where I just don't know what you want to do. If you're trying to go to Phuket or Koh Samui, or if you're trying to come here to Pattaya for a little bit, really just depends on where you're trying to go, how much time you'll need. I don't know what the world I just did, but now the chat is staying up. It's not disappearing, nothing. I don't know maybe it's because I held my finger on it. I don't know. That wasn't too bad. I think we had about 60 people on that stream. 37 likes, appreciate it. And to the 2 gentlemen that gave a super chat, man, I appreciate it. Thank you. About 10 more minutes. I believe I'm gonna get off of here. If y'all got any more questions before I go. let's see here. Way too much flying for only 2 weeks, in my opinion. Not worth it unless you can only take 2 weeks. I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying. It depends on you. If you fly over here and you just want to stay in one spot, then it's really not that big of a deal. But if you want to be hopping around all over the place, then yeah, you might need a little bit more time. Have I traveled anywhere close to PP Island yet? The closest I got was Phuket, but I didn't go to PP. How's dating going? I don't, man. I don't, I really don't. If I happen to meet one and it's a, organic vibe, then cool. Other than that, I spend time by myself. How many books do you read in a year in Thailand? I read a bunch last year. I probably read 8 to 10, I think. Between 8 and 10, I read last year. And it's honestly just because about the only time I read is when I go to the cafe. And I might only read a few chapters. But I just finished my last Jack Reacher. So I've got 4 books at the house that I've finished. I need to take them back to Canterbury. Just haven't done it yet. And I don't know if I'll get another one. I'm weird like that. I'll get in moods where I'll read a lot. And then I'll stop for 2-3 months. 5-6 months. And then I'll start back again. All right, Mr. Steve. Thank you for joining. Is that Jomtien Beach? No, sir. This is Pattaya Central. I'm like right here. 2 streets over is Soy 6. So I'm right in Pattaya Central, not Jomtien. Bong Saray, away from the hill. Yep. Yeah, man. Again, it really just depends on you as a person, your personality, what you want, what you enjoy. Everybody is different. So some people like to be right here in the middle of everything. Some people like to be further away. Some people like the beach. Some people like Bangkok because it's the city. So that's why it's no. If you notice, a common thing with me is like I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do. I show y'all some of the stuff I do. But if you choose to do it, then you choose to do it. If not, it's up to you. The car rental place, is it cash or can you pay with the card? Cheers for your advice. Both. You can pay cash or you can pay with a credit card. If you pay with a credit card, if I'm not mistaken, they charge an extra 3%, which is the processing fee. All right, friends, I'm about done with my cappuccino. So I think what I'm going to do is, what is this? Thank you, Miss Olivia. What is this right here coming? Yeah. That was, yeah. All right, y'all. Good chatting. I'll holler at you.